92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Tommy is on the phone with us. He wants us to call a girl named Tawny today. They went on a bigger and better date. If you don't know what that is, Tommy basically started off with a dollar bill, took her around town for like 2 hours, seeing what they could trade things for. Like they'd go into business and be like, hey, I got this dollar bill. What can I trade you for that's bigger and better? And then they would just do that. And he's not sure if the date really worked very well because the girl did seem kind of awkward at the end of it. We know that Brooke has been pretty critical of the bigger and better date. I'm curious to see what Lydia thinks, though. Lydia, would you want to do this date?
I think it's creative. He put thought into it, which we always complain that guys don't put enough thought into things.
That's true.
I think just maybe she got too into it. She traded up for a bigger and better guy.
You think that's what could have happened, Tommy?
Maybe.
Oh, God, I hope not.
All right, Tommy, we're about to get Tawny on the phone and see if it was your bigger and better date that turned her off or if there's another reason that she's not calling you back.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see what she has to say, because I've never, ever dated a girl like this. So I thought it was awesome. I just want to know what she thought.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Tawny, please?
this is she.
Hey, Tawny, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Oh, okay. I don't think I know.
Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you. I host a radio show on Movie 92.5. I'm calling you today because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you. His name is Tommy, and he said that he recently met you at Starbucks, and you guys went out on a date, and he went a little out of the box and did something that he calls a bigger and better date.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Well, Tommy wanted me to call you today because he wanted to see if he screwed up on that date or if there was a reason that you're not calling him back, because I know that he's tried to text you a few times and he's gotten no response.
Okay, he wants to know why I'm not texting him back.
Yep. So he asked us if we could get you on the phone.
He emailed you. So that was this.
Yes. So what'd you think of the bigger and better date idea that he did?
It was certainly different than what I'm used to.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
I don't blame you.
That was a nice little pause there before. Okay, so is that why you're not calling him back then?
It was really weird and just, like I said, not what I'm used to. He's not like the guys I'm used to.
I mean, but is that necessarily a bad thing? It's good to expand your horizons, try different things.
Well, that's what I thought.
How is he not what you're used to? What are you used to?
Honestly, I'm used to being taken out on like a very classy date with really classy guys. I mean, my last boyfriend owned a gym, so I'm used to a guy that takes me places and treats me well. And we were like homeless people for the day.
Do you mean like you date dudes with money is what you're saying?
I mean, at least guys that take me out on real dates. This didn't even feel like a date. It was just, we were like hobos running around like begging for money.
Oh, Tawny.
I think I'd feel that way too. And I'm not like super into money. Yeah. What was the worst part of it?
I said to him, I made it clear that I don't really do this. And he made me do it at one point for this plate with pandas on it.
Yeah, he told us about that. He said he was actually very impressed that you were able to get that plate.
Big score.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt him, It's just being honest. That's how I feel, and I just feel like I deserve better.
Hey, Tawny, wouldn't you like to talk to Tommy and just tell him that date was kind of weird and he shouldn't do that again? Maybe some, constructive criticism?
No, I mean, I think he should get the picture by me not responding.
Okay, well, he isn't getting that picture.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you that he's on the phone and been listening. So you've already kind of told him.
He's on the phone?
Yeah.
Look, I feel like you didn't really try on the date. It's like you didn't really like try. So like, how can you tell if it was really? How could you tell if it was really fun if you didn't really actually give it your all? You know, I kind of felt like I was like pulling you up the whole time. I think we could have had a fun time and actually had like gotten to know each other better and had a fun date. Like, not every date has to be this classy, romantic, roses at the table and wine and fancy fiddle players. Like, I think it would be fun to like just go be vagabonds for a day.
I mean, that's fine that you think that, but I don't. I'm sorry. To be honest, dating me is a privilege, and I deserve to be treated on a date a lot better than I was.
Dating you is a privilege? I'm a fun, cool, creative guy who actually likes to do things with people in the city. I don't do just cookie-cutter dates with roses, man. Dating me is a privilege.
If that's your idea of a date, that's fine, but it's not mine.
I'm sorry that I'm not like your ex-boyfriend Jim owning beefcake, no-brain, muscle-face rich people. I'm sorry I'm not just like your father and made of money, you know. I'm a real person, and...
Excuse me, real people beg for money on a first date?
It's not begging for money. You keep saying that. It's trading for things and asking for things.
Well, you can
It's a
call it
bigger and
whatever
better
you want
thing.
to
It's
call
an
it, but
adventure.
I
And
was
if you're not
just-
into an adventure, then I'm not into you.
Tommy.
Well, then that brings me to my next question. I was going to ask Tawny if she would like a second date with Tommy. I will pay for it. Tawny, will you go out with Tommy again, even though he just said he didn't want to see you?
Honestly, I think he needs to date somebody more his class, his league. It's just not me.
Tommy. Well, come on.
There you go,
That's
Tommy. It's,
rude.
hey, it's time to play in your own league, all right? No. Stay in your class, buddy.
All right, I'll stay in my own class because we have more fun and we do more fun things instead of, you know, read Southern Living magazines and try to figure out what rich life is about.
I don't know how you're offended, Tommy. In the very beginning of this, you said you were attracted to her because you thought she was a rich girl.
He said that?
Well, you shouldn't be offended either because it sounds like you're attracted to rich guys.
Yeah, but at least I'm upfront about it.
He said that he thought that you were out of his league because you're hot, and he said that he thought you might have a lot of money.
Well, I guess I am.
Colleen is on the phone, and Colleen is in one of the most frustrating positions you can be in when it comes to dating. She went out with a dude named Jason. Everything seemed great. She had a great time. Nothing she can think of went wrong, and now he's not calling her back. She thought he was cute, thought he was funny. He even likes cats, and she likes cats. But now, nothing. All right, Colleen, are you ready to call him and see what's up?
Yeah, I'm ready.
No.
I'm just disappointed, that he hasn't called me.
I'm not ready. I am so nervous. Like, this guy checks all the boxes for your dream guy.
And you seem great too.
I know, you seem
lovely.
lovable and,
Thank you.
and wonderful. I'm
to work.
really hoping
The
for
only-
just a normal explanation for once.
Only box he doesn't check is the called me back box.
Yeah, that's an important one, too.
I'm bummed. Like, I would have hoped that he would have already called, Like, I told you I had such a bad breakup, and it took me a long time to be ready,
Ugh,
and
don't
now I
make it
am,
worse.
and it's kind of like I'm not going to pine away for a guy who doesn't want to pine for me.
Yeah, good.
Right.
That's
So
good. That's
if
good
he's
attitude.
not going to call, or if he's just not who I think he is, I may have to just cut it and run. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong.
Well, let's see if we can get a hold of him first,
Okay.
and then you can decide to not ever want to call him again.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'm going to dial the phone number.
Hello?
Hey, is this Jason?
Is he?
Jason, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
It's a radio show. Are you familiar?
I think I heard of you guys. What's up?
Well, not much. Just calling you to see how you're doing today. Trying to recruit new listeners to the show.
Is that really what you're doing?
No, because probably after we tell you why we are calling, you might never want to hear from us ever again.
Don't be so pessimistic. This could be great. This could be a great call for you, Jason.
All right, so just let me know what's going on. Like, I'm kind of interested now.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and see if we can figure out what happened. And We got an email from a girl named Colleen.
Okay.
Yeah, and Colleen told us all about your date. She said that you met through a friend of hers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and she said that she had a really good time, but it's been over a week now, and she's heard nothing from you.
Is that true?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so can you tell us why?
Yeah, I don't know if I have, enough time for that. I mean, it might be a little,
So it's not just you've been busy and you haven't had time to get back to her?
I mean, if you want to tell her that.
Okay, well, if it's a lie, I don't want to tell her that. Is there a particular reason? Like, did she do something wrong?
No, she was awesome. I mean,
Okay.
I'm really into her. I mean, it's not that,
Yeah,
Wait,
usually when you're really into somebody, you don't call them back after a really awesome date.
You don't know my situation, right?
I know. I'm trying to find out your situation. I'm trying to see if I can help you out, actually.
Hold up, Jason. Are you in a relationship?
No. I'm not in a relationship right now. I'm single.
So
Okay.
wait, why would you not call someone back that's awesome and that you're really into?
It's really complicated right now, and I just don't want to really talk about it.
Okay. Well, can you tell us anything? Because here's the thing, though. She really liked you, and from the sounds of it, you really liked her.
Yeah, I mean, I really do, and I will
Okay.
get in touch with her. It's just-
Right. But I'm telling you right now, though, if you wait too long, that ship's going to sail. Because she actually did tell us that it's been so long since she's heard from you that she's just thinking about cutting it and not even trying anymore.
Yeah, she doesn't want to spend her days thinking about some guy that's not thinking about her. Like, that's you have to understand that. She doesn't want to waste her time.
Look, I really f***ed up, and yeah.
Okay. Well, can you tell us what happened?
All right, just you're not going to tell her?
No, we'll tell her something else if it's that bad. Like, I want you guys to go out again because you both liked each other, so we'll try to figure out a way to sugarcoat it, I guess, whatever it is.
All right. So her friend Tracy told me that she was into cats, so I showed her a picture of a cat.
Yeah.
It had 3 legs, and it was named Snowflake, and I told her that it was my cat because I wanted to, look, good in front of her. And the thing is, I don't have a 3-legged cat.
Oh,
Shut
you
up.
lied about the cat?
I didn't expect her to be so into that story.
Oh my God. That is, most
So-
men lie about how much money
Yeah.
they make or what their position is at work or what car they drive, not whether or not they own a 3-legged cat.
She said you showed her a picture and everything.
Yeah, I downloaded it off the internet.
Oh, my God.
And why did you pick a 3-legged cat? Like a regular rescue cat, you could have at least gone out and gotten another black cat somewhere. You can't just go out and find a 3-legged cat to continue the lie.
Yeah, so I've been going around shelters just trying to find a 3-legged cat, and it's been difficult.
Yeah,
my
that's a
God.
pretty particular cat you're looking for. Oh, no.
Why
man.
wouldn't
Okay.
you just come clean?
I figured if I found a 3-legged cat, I mean, it would cover the story. The problem is, I found a 3-legged cat, but it was a different color.
Yeah, how hard can it be to find? How hard is it to find a 3-legged cat in this city? Damn it.
This is weirdly romantic, though, in a really strange way.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, I know. I f***ed up.
Yeah, you did. And you know what? I did too, because I lied to you and told you that I wouldn't tell her. She's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What are you talking about?
I mean, Colleen is on the other line listening.
Yeah.
I told you that I wasn't going to tell her, but oh, man, I f***ed up. Sorry.
What the hell?
I know. It's an accident.
She needed to know.
Oh, man. 3-legged cats, people on the phone.
Yeah.
It's tough. Colleen, are you still there?
You lied about a 3-legged cat?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm Colleen. Can I just explain?
Jason, that's so stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid. I mean, yeah.
I just don't understand why you would do that on a first date. That's so weird.
I'm very awkward, so it's I wanted to look like I was somebody cool for you, So I
But
figured
Jason,
maybe
you already did look cool.
I knew you like cats, but I didn't know you were gonna be so obsessed about a 3-legged cat, and I kind of buried
This
myself.
cat was like a model, and I guess she really was a model.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful cat, Jason. Of course I'm going to go crazy. If you had just told me, oh, I like cats too. Awesome.
I really wanted to call you back, though, but you were really in a snowflake, and I just wanted to find snowflake for you, you know?
Jason, that's
sweet.
it's like weirdly sweet.
Right?
Wait, so are you mad, Colleen, or are you cool?
I'm just confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I get it. I get, like, wanting to make a good impression. I just wish you hadn't lied to me. And that kind of makes me a little weary because my last boyfriend lied to me. And the rest of what you told me is true, right? Like, you love karaoke and you went to drive-ins as a kid. Like, that's not just a fake story you read in a book somewhere.
No, those are true. I mean, I really do that stuff. I mean, everything else was, like, straight up real.
Except the three-legged cat.
Yeah. The most standoutish part.
Stop bringing that up!
Okay.
Oh, my God.
My bad. Sorry.
It was such a dumb lie, though, Jason. Like, you got to think into the future. You can't lie about things like that.
Yeah.
Can you please stop piling on? All right, I know it's stupid, okay? A three-cat story, dumbest thing in the world. I'm just trying to save face here, okay?
Well, all right, Colleen, if you think about this, it's obvious that Jason doesn't lie very much because he's a terrible liar.
Yeah.
And it's obviously likes you.
Is that true, Jason?
Yes, I'm a good guy. I mean, I just wanted to make everything work. I wanted to make everything, like, great for you. I was just searching all around the city for a cat with 3 legs that looked like the cat in the picture.
He was willing to adopt a three-legged cat.
Yeah.
I mean, a specific colored three-legged cat.
That is a big commitment.
Yeah.
Jason, would you like to go out with Colleen on a second date? We will pay for it. We still probably should ask Colleen if she wants to go too, but anyway.
Yes, I do, and I hope she forgives me despite the craziness.
Aww.
Okay, Colleen, do you want to go out with him again, knowing what you know now?
I think I do.
Yay! Yay!
So
Cat love!
That's good.
That's awesome, and can I stop looking for the cat now?
For now.
For now. All right.
For now.
But eventually, Jason, you're going to have to supply a three-legged cat to this relationship, all right? Well, congratulations, Colleen. You got your second date.
Thank you, guys.
You're
Oh
welcome.
my God, that was so cute.
I'm happy.
I know, me too.
Maria is on the phone with us. She had a very interesting first date with a guy named Aaron. They spent the whole date breaking into her house. She thought that she forgot her keys when he came to pick her up. She searched everywhere. Ultimately, it ended with him breaking a window, crawling inside, cutting himself, and then opening up the door, only for her to find out that the keys were actually in her purse the whole time.
Oopsies.
That's the only reason you can think of, Maria. Nothing else on your date. No other reason why he wouldn't be calling you back.
There was nothing else that happened that I have been able to think of.
When he left, he said, I want to reschedule this.
Yeah, I mean, I said, let's hang out again, and he said, okay, great.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, so it seems like he wanted to see you again. Well, he did cut his hand on your window. Maybe he got an infection and is no longer with us.
Oh, no.
Could have happened.
God, I hope not.
Well, we'll find out right now. I'm going to dial his phone number, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Aaron.
Yeah, that's me. Who's this?
Hey, what's up, Aaron? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
From who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you've heard of the show?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the segment we do called the Second Date Update?
No, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You're going to get very familiar with it because you're a part of a Second Date Update now.
What?
It's a segment we do on our show where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back afterwards, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask what went wrong. So a girl named Maria emailed us about you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's the excited voice, right?
Yeah. She told us a little bit about your date. Didn't sound like much of a date, just breaking into her house basically when you came to pick her up.
Oh my God. Yeah, that did happen.
But she also said that you're not calling her back, and at the end of that experience, you guys had sort of made plans to go out again.
Yeah. Yeah. It just doesn't seem like it's really a great fit. You know, like it seems like I don't know. I don't want to be mean, but it just seems like it would be kind of hard to actually date her.
Oh.
Why is that?
I don't know. It feels like we're on different levels. If that makes any sense.
Is it because you had to break into her house because she forgot her keys that were actually in her purse?
No, it's not that at all. That was actually pretty great. I don't get to break a lot of windows. That was really fun.
Oh, so you did think that part, well, the only part really of your whole date, you had a good time with her.
Yeah. If every girl wanted me to break into her house, I would totally be fine with that. That's a fun adventure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like an exciting time.
I thought the blood would definitely be like, well, I cut myself and I'm leaving.
Oh, it was super minor, and she had band. It was not a big deal.
Okay.
So then what's the reason that you're not calling her back? Why don't you feel like you're on the same level or whatever you said?
Well, so while we were around like one of the sides of her house trying to find a window to get into, we were talking. We were trying to have salvage a date out of this.
Right.
And this is the first time we've talked in person, so we were chatting, and
you're having first date get to know me conversation over trying to jimmy a window open to get into a house.
Yeah, we're just making small talk or whatever. So we're talking about TV shows that we're watching, and we both love Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Which is my favorite show. I'm not going to spoil anything, but we were talking about it, and she said something that seemed kind of weird early on. She just said, it's weird that 1,000 years ago people had to worry about getting eaten by dragons.
But she was joking, right? I mean, that was being
That's
silly.
what I thought. So I laughed. I thought that was funny. And she heard me laughing, and she was like, what? Dragons are bad. Just like that. Just like that.
Oh, my God.
Okay,
So she
still
thought
funny,
dragons were real.
At this point, I don't know what she's thinking. Is this some sort of, is she messing with me? Is this some test? Will you break a window? Do you think that I think dragons are real? It's all some elaborate first date test, And so I don't know. So I'm I'm sort of feeling it out, and I laugh, and I think we're having an okay time,
Mm-hmm.
and she keeps talking about what this time period would have been like to live in, not this universe, this time period. She actually said Game of Thrones is my favorite period piece.
So maybe she just used the wrong wording. There's no way she actually thinks it's a reenactment from real life.
As far as I can tell, she doesn't think there were cameras there, obviously. She thinks it's based on a true story, like that.
No.
But then she got into how it's weird that wizards and witches just aren't around as much anymore. They sort of disappeared.
At any time did you explain to her that Game of Thrones is made up and it's not a documentary?
Look, man, if she thinks that's true, then I don't want to break her heart. I don't want to crush her and tell her about the terrible world. And if she's messing with me, I don't want to admit that I'm fooled. There's no win situation.
Yeah, I guess you're screwed. Hey, Aaron, I do want to let you know, though, that you might have crushed her.
What do you mean?
I mean that she's actually on the other line listening to this conversation.
Probably mine.
And she might have just found out that Game of Thrones is not real. Maria, are you still there?
I'm not stupid. I know that Game of Thrones isn't real. It's not a documentary, but it's based on true events.
I mean, I hope you're messing with me. I hope that this is just a really good joke.
No, it's like the Renaissance, that stuff.
What?
It's like that show Vikings, what are you trying to say, that Vikings aren't real?
Vikings are real. They existed. Dragons did not exist.
Well, they don't exist anymore because humans killed them.
What are you talking about, Maria?
Are you guys screwing with me? Are you all in on this prank?
No, we're not at all. I promise you, Maria wanted to call you to find out what went wrong on the date.
I should have known with the window you guys were that somebody was setting me up. This whole thing.
No, this is not a setup. I promise you. Maria, do you really think that dragons existed?
They did. I read history books about them.
Sci-fi and history books are not the same thing.
That's what I'm not dumb, guys. I know that the Game of Thrones story is dramatized, but dragons actually existed in the Renaissance. You can read about it, and witchcraft and wizardry was a thing.
Well, that part's true.
Sort of.
I don't know which books you're reading, Maria, but I want to read them.
It's in tons of books, and you can start by reading the Bible because it's got all of that.
Wow.
All right.
I know that they exist, and I have proof. You don't even have to read the books. Like, I'll send you the Wikipedia link that I found, and you can read it yourself.
So you're serious? You really believe this?
100%, I believe with all my heart that dragons used to exist, and I'm afraid that they'll come back.
Oh my God, you guys! Science is not a belief system.
It's the Bible. Read it.
Are there dragons in the Bible?
Well, Maria, what do you think about that being the reason that Aaron's not calling you back, because he disagrees with you on the whole dragons being real thing?
I don't like the tone of this whole thing because it feels like everyone's making fun of me, but Aaron is the ignorant one.
I'm not making fun of you, Maria. I haven't read what you've read.
What are you
And I'm not as educated as you on the subject, so I can't claim to know anything about dragons.
No, Jubal.
Well, you should do that because it's an interesting subject.
Okay, I will.
God.
At this point, I would like to ask Aaron, though, real quick. Aaron, would you like to go on a second date with Maria? We will pay for it.
I mean, at this point, I don't know if she wants to go on a second date with me, but I'm kind of curious where this goes.
Are you being
You
serious?
hear that, Maria?
You want to go out with her again?
She's fun.
Dude.
You know what? Like, I'm up for it. You know, like, you only get one chance in life to have this kind of fun, right?
Oh my God.
Maria, would you like to go out with Aaron again?
Yeah.
You guys can hash out the whole Game of Thrones thing in person.
If Aaron is open to hearing me out and reading my books, then yes, I would consider going out with him again.
Yes.
Aaron, can you promise
my
to go into
gosh.
this next date with Maria with an open mind about dragons?
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful.
just feel
Congratulations, Maria. You got your second date.
We did it.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
No, Maria, thank you. Thank you for today's phone call. That was awesome. I just realized something. We got so caught up in the fact that Gary and Tara met at a Yelp party.
Yeah.
Constantly talking to Gary about Yelp. I forgot to ask you, Gary, is there anything that happened on your date that you can identify as something that happened weird that would make her not want to call you back?
She liked the restaurant a lot better than I did. She gave it a 5-star review, and I gave it a 4-star review.
I can't imagine 1 star really
Ooh, boy, if your
driving
Yelp,
you apart.
if your Yelp vibe doesn't jive, I know that's a bad thing.
Yeah, we're not on the same Yelp wavelength. I don't think that's it though. But she did seem like anytime I had a problem with something, she was kind of like, "It's not a problem."
Oh,
But that's
so
the only thing I can think of.
that's
think-
interesting.
Maybe she thought you were too picky.
Maybe, but I don't think so. I mean, she didn't say anything like that.
All right, we're going to call her right now and see if we can get her on the phone. All right, you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Tara, please?
this is her.
Hey, Tara, how are you? I'm an owner of a restaurant you recently gave a poor Yelp review to, and I wanted to have a quick word with you. Got a second? Tara,
Okay.
I'm just joking. This is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
Who is this?
Yeah.
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on the radio station Moving 92.5. We do a morning show here in town.
Why are you guys calling me? I'm sorry. I'm just a little confused.
That's all right. I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners. His name is Gary. And Gary emailed us about you because he liked you a lot.
Oh,
So-
I know Gary.
You know Gary. You guys,
It's a start.
you met at that Yelp party because you're both like elite Yelpers.
Yep.
Okay.
Yelp.
It sounds like you don't like Gary very much.
Well, I don't know if I should be saying this on the radio.
Tara, I want to say I appreciate your time. And if you're like scared to say something about Gary on the radio or whatever, remember, he actually asked us to call you because he wanted to know if you did something wrong.
Just think of it as a Yelp review.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, a girl expects a guy to be a little chivalrous, like on a first date at least.
And you mean just like opening doors and all that kind of good stuff?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I consider myself a lady, classy. I like to be treated like one. But the bill came at the restaurant, and he said, "How do you want to split this?"
Oh, on a first date that he asked you out on.
On a first date that he asked me out to.
Yeah.
And I was really taken aback. So I just kind of reached into my wallet. I gave him a 20. I was like, okay, I guess this should cover it. And then he had the balls to just say, well, I had a bit more bread than me, and you also had a second glass of wine.
Stop it.
So he wanted more money?
It. Wow. He was not counting what your charges should be.
No.
I gave him a little bit more money, and he goes, well, actually, I think maybe just a little bit more because that tip is only about 15%.
Hey, Tara? Tara?
Yeah.
Gary is actually on the other line. Gary?
Oh,
Look, I always give 20%. I don't know why you wouldn't want to give 20%. So like the waiter, even if I leave a bad review, I still leave 20%.
okay.
That's all
you know
I'm
what?
saying is we
Kids
weren't leaving
aside,
enough
I shouldn't have had to pay for anything. I mean, if we had
But
decided
I paid for the valet. I mean, I
beforehand, you know, like,
picked you up and stuff.
I don't know,
I was
it's
doing
too
some
expensive
chivalrous
for you.
stuff.
Maybe we should have gone to a Jack in the Box, Gary. I mean, seriously.
And this was like our very first date, and I didn't choose this restaurant. We both said we wanted to review it together. I don't think it's weird to split the check on our very first date.
I mean, like, this is not how someone wants to be treated when they want to take you out. You know, it's like I don't want to have to dig into my purse to like help pay for the sales tax. I don't know. It made me feel like honestly.
Tara, would you not have had a problem with it if you had chosen the restaurant?
Maybe that would have been different.
Maybe it would have been different. Yeah, okay. Tara, come on. You're giving the guy a bad time because he just wanted to split bills with you.
He counted how many glasses of wine.
Maybe I'm just like old-fashioned that way. I honestly am. Somebody asks you out. They choose the restaurant. He's taking me out. Like, he should pay for the bill.
If that would have been that kind of date, I would have paid for it. But this was like a mutually agreed upon, like, we're going to go review this restaurant together.
I don't know.
Sounds like a business deal, not a date.
Yeah.
You know what it's like to be on a date with you? I mean, you literally were, like, nobody does that. Guys don't do that. They don't. We were going to go review the restaurant, but to me, like, I thought it was like that was an excuse to, like, have you take me out, you know? Like, because I liked you. Like, I thought it would be fun to go. It was, it was a date.
Now, Gary, would you have been okay if she would have just given you the 20? In hindsight, maybe that was where you should have drawn the line.
No, I mean, 20 didn't even begin to, like, cover it. I don't know what that was. I don't know why I should be expected to pay for everything, especially because it's a lot of
expensive things. It's the first date. After this, like, the second date, third date, maybe we can split it. Like, that's just what happens on dates. Whoever takes them out pays for it.
But you were ordering a $14 glass of wine. I mean, just think about that.
Oh,
Why would you do that on a first date?
What's the difference between a $12 glass and a $14 glass? It's a $2 difference. Are you counting pennies? Like, are you super poor? Like, what's going on here?
Tara,
really?
practice a little self-control. All right, when you're out on a date, and don't order the most.
We're going out to a French restaurant.
Yeah, come on, get the house Merlot. You're fine.
Well, how about this? How about this? We take money out of the equation and send you guys out on a second date, and we will pay for it.
Yelp anywhere of your dreams.
Yep.
I don't know if we can afford Tara's taste.
Tara, will you go out with Gary again? We will pay for a second date.
Oh man. I mean, maybe I should go out with you guys.
No, because I'll make you split the bill for sure. Will you go out with him again?
You know what? I would love to see Gary take himself out. I think that he should see what he's like on a date with himself.
Wow. Gary, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I guess our Yelp ors don't vibe or whatever.
Gary, I'm also going to need your address because I need to present you with half of the bill for this phone call. That's cool. Everybody has their go-to move when a conversation gets awkward. And apparently Michael, who's on the phone to do a second date update today, his move is thumb wrestling. Be very interesting in conversations, but if you're just joining us, Michael went out with a girl named Jacqueline. He actually met her because he works for a company that throws puppy parties. It's where you bring a bunch of puppies to a party and people get to hang out with the puppies and then you take them home and throw them wherever you keep them. I don't know where you keep puppies. But he met her at one of these puppy parties. They struck up a conversation and then met for coffee. And he said it was so awkward. He was trying to start a conversation. And then he eventually asked her to thumb wrestle. She said no. And the date kind of ended. And he hasn't really heard from her since. All right, Michael, are you ready to call her?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure, Michael? Because a woman who wouldn't take you up on thumb wrestling doesn't sound like a keeper to me anyway.
I don't know. Maybe it was an off day for both of us. She wasn't,
Yeah, you're right. Maybe her thumb was tired.
Yeah.
Maybe she wasn't up for the challenge.
And we really hit it off the first
time, so it's just kind of odd that the second time was like the complete polar opposite of what happened.
What are you going to do if the conversation gets awkward on the phone? Thumb wrestle yourself?
Who are you gonna wrestle?
I'm going to pull out a puppy and FaceTime her.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jacqueline?
This is Jacqueline. Who's this?
Hey, Jacqueline, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
Yeah. How are you?
Why are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you today because one of our listeners emailed us about you.
Okay.
Any idea why somebody would email us about you?
I'm not really sure.
Okay. Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So this dude named Michael, who throws puppy parties, emailed us about you.
Oh, jeez.
That wasn't that was, you did a happy laugh in the beginning, and now that sounded like you're disappointed a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a little... I mean, this is just really weird.
It is weird.
Yeah, my whole experience with Michael was not something I really want to remember.
Was it that bad, really? He told us how he met you, and then he told us you guys went out for coffee. He did say that coffee was kind of awkward, though.
Yeah, definitely awkward. Look, I don't want to come across as like a bad person here, so I have to I don't really know what to say exactly. I should probably just let you go because I don't want to talk bad about him.
But we want you to talk bad about him.
I think he totally owned how horrible he was on that date when we talked to him. Like he wants a redo because he knows that he was awkward.
I mean, let's just say he wasn't as cute by himself as he was when I saw him with a dog.
What? That sounds terrible.
Yeah,
So
I understand
he only
that.
looks good when he's around puppies? Is that what you're saying?
It's like when you go to a bar and you meet someone in the dark and you think they look great, and then when you see them the next day in the light, you're like, that was a bad decision on my part.
Hey, no, she was intoxicated by puppies. People make bad choices sometimes when puppies are around. I can see how that would happen.
Yeah, I must have had my puppy goggles on or something.
Oh, yeah. I can see how that could get you. Was he really that different without a puppy next to him?
I mean, he still smelled like dogs, which was a turn off, definitely. But yeah, he was different. He told me he didn't even own a dog, which is what? Is he even a dog lover? It really had me thinking, what did I get myself into? Who is this guy?
Oh my gosh, calm down. I mean, there's lots of people who are teachers of children that don't have children. You can still love dogs without owning one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it made me feel like he's just working at this job to pick up girls.
See me and decide to get in front of me just so he could pay for my drink and just so he can have an excuse to talk to me. Things didn't line up, and it was kind of starting to seem a little creepy, I want to say.
Hey, I want to say something here.
Oops.
Jill, you might have forgotten, you say you listen to the Second Dates, and Ronald is on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Jill. I guess I'm a little surprised at your reaction to that. I mean, the thing is, I told you in confidence that I do this, but I don't go to coffee shops every day. It's not like, some kind of lifestyle or something, but, I just told you that in private, that I go to coffee shops every once in a while to meet people.
Yeah, it just feels a little out there to me. It seems almost like you scope out people and go and meet them, which I don't know. That just to me seems a little creepy.
I guess I don't understand. How is that creepy? I mean, there's, I not only am I honest about it, but I'm not hanging out in bars or online or,
Do you wait
and I
and
actually
watch people and then, attack them like it's your prey? That's what it sounds
No, not at all. Did I attack you like prey? No, we actually had a conversation and we met and
coffee at the coffee shop. You were did you see me and just decide that you wanted to stand in front of me at the coffee shop and then use that as your excuse to talk to me? That to me seems a little creepy. And for me, I don't know how many people you've done that with,
and it
No,
seems
listen. I've only done it like a few times. It's not, but it's really where are you supposed to meet people? I mean, and the cool thing is, I met you, and we had a really easy conversation and a good time out, and I just don't understand why it's that creepy.
I mean, you make very good points. We did have a very nice conversation and all. I don't know. I think I was just very taken aback by it, and it just kind of made the date feel less authentic.
Yeah, but Jill, I mean, have you ever done online dating?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I understand now more where he's coming from. I mean, Ronald, if we're being honest now and we're being open and everything, how many people have you done this to? Like, what is the exact number of girls that you have seen at a coffee shop, decided you wanted to go out with them, and bought them a coffee?
Yeah, Ronald, how many women have you bought coffee for?
I mean, the way you describe it sounds like he's sitting in the corner with binoculars, taking pictures.
He might be, for all I know.
Well, look, Jill, I mean, the number of people is irrelevant. The point is, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did. I had a good time, but you need to tell me how many people you've done this to. You need to be honest with me.
But that's not the point. The point is, we met because I was sitting in that coffee shop waiting for you to walk in.
Bad choice of words.
Yeah, that sounds creepy.
I don't feel like, Jill, you really want to know the answer to the question that you're asking. I feel like that's only going to make things worse for you.
I think you might be right.
Look, I don't know what you want. I was honest with you about the sushi. I was totally upfront about this. I mean, look, I don't know how many people I've met there. It's probably somewhere between, 30 and 50.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You must be notorious among baristas. They see Ronald coming from a mile away.
And you must also be rich. That's a lot of coffee to buy for people. Hey, Jill, would you like to go out with Ronald on a second date? We will pay for it.
I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to say that it was going to be between 5 and 10 people, but 30 and 50, that's a lot.
Come on, Jill. I mean, what's the difference? He could be sitting on Tinder swiping left and right on hundreds of people's pictures.
No, in person, it's totally creepier. If you're watching a person as they come in, that's so much creepier than online dating.
Yeah. I guess that both parties on online dating know what they're in for.
Yeah.
In Ronald's case, it's only Ronald that knows what he's in for.
No, hey, I don't appreciate that comment.
Well, Jill, will you go out with Ronald again? Just one more date.
I don't know. We have fun, but I think it was just a little much for me.
Okay, what if he just shows up at the next coffee shop you go to? Will you share coffee with him then?
I think I might run in the other direction now.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry, Ronald. You didn't get a second date.
Well, hey, I was honest. And if she doesn't like honesty, then obviously she's not the girl for me.
Yeah,
There you
and
go.
I think probably a lot of women aren't the girl for you. But you'll find the one that is eventually, Ronald. All right, Gavin, are you ready to make your phone call?
I'm ready.
Well, before we do that, Gavin, I need to slip into something a little more comfortable. Kind of like how you did on your date. So I know you can't see me right now because you're on the phone, but I've put on my leather shorts, my knee-high gym socks.
How is this more comfortable?
Of course, my pink Vicky's Secret bra. And my mask. I just put my mask on.
Oh, my God.
I'm ready to hang out.
You gotta stop. You give me all hot and bothered.
What?
I'm sorry, I had to unzip the mouth on my mask there. Sorry, Gavin. It was
That took
probably
a
hard to hear me.
turn.
Oh, gross.
All right.
Don't push my buttons, man.
Yeah, I know. I know you're getting all excited. You're like, I don't want to call this girl for a second date. You just want to meet up with me now.
Yeah.
The reason why I bring that up is because Gavin met a girl named Casey at the club. They went back to his house. They were fooling around, and he was like, I'm going to go change my clothes, slip into something a little more comfortable. And then when he came out, she had put her clothes back on, called him a pig, and said she never wanted to talk to him, and then left.
You believe that?
Yeah, we do believe it. It's very believable, Gavin.
It's not believable. I'm not a pig. I don't know why she thinks that.
All right, well, we'll give her a call right now and see if we can figure it out for you, okay?
Yeah, man, good luck. This girl don't even answer her phone.
Yeah, okay. Here's the thing. I don't feel super great about calling this girl because she said she never wanted to talk to you again. Are you looking just for a hookup with her? Do you need some sort of what do you want out of this?
Absolutely. I just want to hook up.
But why would... There's like 1,000 girls you can go hook up with, Gavin. Why her?
Because if you saw her, you know.
Okay.
And also because she walked away.
You're so close.
Right. Look, I had my mind set on it. That's all.
Well, okay. I will stop you from all the romantic talk, and we'll continue this.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make this love connection happen for you. All right, here we go. I'm going to dial the phone number.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Casey, please?
This is she. Who's this?
Hey, Casey, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who are you calling from?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, I don't know you.
No, you don't, Casey.
All right, no, you don't.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we're meeting now. I'm calling you today, Casey, because one of our listeners actually emailed us about you.
Who? I don't understand what's happening.
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened. And you recently met a dude named Gavin while you're out at the club.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Whoa.
It literally sounded like you just threw up in your mouth right now.
Yeah, because I did.
Gross.
Right. So Gavin told us a little bit about meeting you. He said he liked you a lot and he thought everything was going fine. But then you left his house and called him a pig and said you never wanted to talk to him again.
That's right.
Okay.
So you can understand why, I don't know why he'd be confused though. Like, according to him, everything up until that moment was great.
I think he knows why.
No.
Well, we talked to him and he has no idea. Do you want to tell us?
The guy's a pig and he knows it.
He actually doesn't though.
Think about this, okay? So he's a pig and he's going to continue being a pig unless he knows why he's a pig. And he has no idea. So if you tell us, then we can tell him and maybe he can change his ways and not be a pig anymore. You could help turn that pig into a beautiful butterfly.
Now, let's not go too far, right? Like, she threw up in her own mouth, for God's sakes. I think that may be a stretch.
I just know that he's a cheater.
Whoa.
How?
And how do you know that?
So I don't know what he told you, but we were having a good time. We were. And we were on his couch, and then he went into his room. And so I looked up, and I saw that he had, you know, those Amazon Echoes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I just met him, and, you know, I got to take care of myself. And my girlfriends have told me that you could find out a lot about people from their Amazons, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was cheating with Alexa, which would be terrible.
Wait. How do you find out stuff about somebody from their Alexa?
Well, you know, you can grocery shop for groceries with your Amazon account. And so I asked Alexa, what's in your shopping list? And so he had a couple of like razor blades and shaving cream and cotton balls. And then it started getting into stuff like feminine hygiene products. Secret deodorant. Like CoverGirl makeup.
What?
Yeah, and he lives in a one-bedroom apartment, so this isn't a roommate. He's clearly living with a woman and must have been his girlfriend. So,
Oh my God, you
Or
are
he's using that stuff for himself.
tampons? Really?
No, Jubal.
They can be fun if you know how to use them correctly.
No,
okay? Don't
Dude.
ask me how I know that, but they can be.
Casey, you are like a genius sleuth, I feel like, right now.
I've got to take care of myself because there are a lot of guys out there who will just sleep around, and I'm not that kind of girl.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry. I gotta say something.
What?
Oh, sorry, Casey. That's Gavin. He's on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Casey.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you come in like that, Gavin. Really? Really? She just busted you, dude.
Yeah, because I'm not worried because it's all the stuff's from my mom, man.
For your mom?
What?
From my mom. I get free
Yeah.
shipping.
So you say. Anyone can say that. I can. No. There's no way that can be your mom's. That's just bullshit because your mom wouldn't wear CoverGirl makeup.
My mom had me when she was a sophomore in high school. I got a young, hot mom.
What? What?
Oh, God. Now it's getting worse.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Hold
Sometimes people
on.
think she's my sister.
Gavin, that doesn't... You're not buying tampons for your mom. I don't even buy tampons for my mom.
Look, I understand you're upset right now, and that's okay. I forgive you, but I didn't do nothing wrong.
I forgive you.
What is there to forgive? You're the
I mean, you left me hanging.
Yeah.
It was about to go down, and all of a sudden you call me a pig. So
And you're a lying pig. I mean,
I don't know what you've been through that you're so distrusting, but I promise you, there's nothing going on.
Classic. He's trying to turn it back around on you, Casey, and make you the crazy one. Don't take it. Don't take the bait.
Yeah, no, I'm not the crazy one. You're the one who's buying tampons for your mom and CoverGirl makeup, right?
Yeah. Gavin, why are you buying all your mom's feminine hygiene products?
Because I love my mom.
No, you're
yeah,
a
but
liar.
it still sounds weird. Like, a lot of people like their moms or love their moms or whatever, but they don't usually buy them tampons and makeup.
She gives me a list, and I order this stuff.
Okay, wait, hold
I don't
on.
know what's so hard to understand.
Why doesn't she just, I don't know, maybe go to the grocery store or order it herself?
Because she would have to go to the grocery store to do it. She could just tell me what to do, and I get it. She don't understand computers and all that.
Wait, you have a hot young mom who doesn't understand computers. Now your story is really starting to unravel here, buddy.
Well, she grew up in the 80s.
When I left the other night, I was 100% sure you were a liar, but now I'm 120% sure you're a liar, and you've got this mama's boy complex.
Okay, all I'm saying is there's still time to salvage something out of this.
What?
We never had anything. Come on.
You are still not trying here, Gavin, are you really?
I am. She's a beautiful woman.
You know, at this point, I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. Maybe your lies would work with somebody else at the club, but not me. I wasn't born yesterday. I thought you were just a run-of-the-mill cheater, but now, oh, God, no thanks.
Okay, well, in that case, Casey, I would love to ask you if you'll go out with Gavin on a second date. We will pay for it.
You know, I have to go right now. I have to go to work. This is taking up a lot of my time. God, what a way to start the day.
Can you pick me up some tampons on your way back? No, I guess I'm not getting my tampons in. Unless Gavin, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Gavin, you're a dirty dog. I cannot believe you. You lied to us too, man.
How do you know I lied to you?
Because I'm not an idiot, Gavin.
I don't know.
Really? You're going to go buy tampons for your mom next,
If
Jose?
she asked me, of
no,
course
you
I
would not. That is such a lie. Even online, you guys wouldn't do that.
I might be lying to you. But you don't know that.
We can't prove it, so you know what, Gavin?
You're sick, dude.
Casey, the girl that you called, doesn't listen to the show, but you do, so I trust you over her.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. Thank you.
Just heard about one of the strangest first date experiences ever from Ethan, who's on the phone, about to do a second date update right now. And I've been trying to put myself in his situation. He met up with a girl at her house. When he showed up, there was another guy there. They were playing video games. She invited him in to play video games with them. They played video games for a while. Then she finally said, let's go bowling. And he thought, sweet. Now we get to leave and go bowling so I can spend time with this girl by myself. Her friend came along with them. He spent the entire evening hanging out with her and another dude, even paid for everything. So he basically took a couple on a date. Ethan, I was trying to figure out, I was like, if I was in your situation, what would I do? Part of me wants to think that I would be like, this is ridiculous, I'm leaving. But I think I would have done the same thing you did. I'd be so confused by it that I would just stay and ride the whole evening out.
Just see what happens.
Trying to figure out what the situation is. I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, it's like a series of little things that lead you to the next situation, and before too long, you've spent all evening.
Yeah, and the whole time you're sitting there like, okay, should I just leave this? But I can't leave because she might like me, and this might be like her buddy, but then it kind of seems like she likes a dude, and oh, by the way, I'm paying for everything. This is kind of bull. But, like, I don't know. I think I would have stayed the whole time, too. So we're about to call Callie and find out who the dude is, first of all, because I want to really know who that is.
Yeah. And if Jubal's theory is right and maybe they were looking for a really good time with you, are you still down?
If I can, get in first and then just find an excuse to leave.
Yeah, you'll do a three-way with them as long as you can be first and then leave before the thing is over. All right. Yeah, that's what I said, too. I was like, maybe they're a swinger couple, and she invited you over hoping that would lead to something, and then you weren't picking up on cues.
I mean, I've never encountered that particular situation before, so I don't know that I would know the cues. I hope not.
All right, I'm gonna dial this phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out who this mystery man is.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Callie, please?
This is she.
Callie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning? Morning radio show?
I know the name.
You've heard the name before.
No, I know your name. I know who you are.
Okay, sweet. Well,
Why are you calling me? What's going on?
I'm calling you because you recently went out with one of our listeners. You went out with a guy named Ethan a little while ago. Do you remember meeting Ethan in your language class?
No. Yeah. I mean, we didn't go out, but yeah.
Okay, so you didn't go out on a date with Ethan.
No, not yet. I think he's cute.
You do, but you want to go out on a date with Ethan.
We'll see. Wait, so he called you?
He emailed us, actually, and he told us all about your date. Well, he told us all about hanging out with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of an odd little hangout session because he was thinking it was a date. Obviously, from your response, it wasn't a date. Everybody, though, wants to know who the dude was that was there hanging out.
Yeah, it wasn't a date, and that was one of my best friends. That's my friend David.
Oh,
So there's nothing between you and David?
No, he's been one of my best friends for like 5 years.
Really?
So when he asked you to hang out, you just thought it was just for fun and that you guys were hanging out and your best friend could hang out too?
Yeah, no, he just asked if we could hang out, so I invited him over. So he came over and hung out with us, and then we all went bowling, and I mean, they hung out, they were cool, which was good. I mean, that's really important.
Yeah, totally.
So you're not a swinger?
And there's that.
No, why?
Oh, man. Callie, that was my theory, was that the dude was over there on purpose, and you were hoping that he and Ethan could get to know each other very well with you. No?
Wait, who said that?
I said that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm wrong? You're not a swinger?
No, I'm definitely not a swinger, but I know some if you want me to give him your number.
All right, well, maybe we can talk later, Callie. All right, now. But you can see why I would ask the question, though. It's kind of weird when a guy says, hey, let's hang out, and you're like, sure, come over, and then you come over, and there's another dude there who continues to follow you throughout the night. He pays for everything. It's like
Follow me, like that's my friend. We invited Ethan to come out with it. I don't understand what's going on right now. Like this call is weird.
Well, but Ethan thought it was, well, I understand the call is weird. Thank you, by the way, for staying on the phone with us and not hanging up. I appreciate that. But Ethan thought he was going.
You guys are cool. I'm just trying to get a handle on what's going on.
Well, Ethan thought you were going on a date.
And Ethan thought he was really clear that it was obvious he was interested in you.
No, I know he's interested in me. It is obvious, but I just met the guy, so obviously I'm just going to get to know him. It's important to be friends first. Like, I'm not just going to go date some random guy.
Yeah, you should tell Ethan that. That's what I think.
I haven't talked to him. I mean, I guess I will when I see him. He hasn't called.
Callie, why don't we change the fact that you haven't talked to him? Because he's actually on the other line right now.
What?
Hola.
Oh.
Hey, Callie, how's it going?
I'm not sure right now. Like,
I just was a little like I could not figure out what you were thinking because when I asked you if you wanted to hang out, and I know I should have said date, but I thought your response was like you were interested in me, and I show up, and then there's this guy there, David, who's like, I guess he's a nice guy, but I don't know, and mainly the fact that I had to pay for everything is like so.
wait a second. Why
annoying
does
to
this
me.
keep up about you having to pay for stuff? Like, you offered to pay. Did I tell you to pay?
No. You were busy bowling and eating nachos and shoes that someone else, rented. It's just
You're being weird. Like, if you wanted to know what I was thinking, why didn't you just ask me? I actually was interested in you, but you totally just ruined it.
I know you think that I'm being a weirdo, but if being a weirdo can save me about, $40 to $50 every time I see you, I guess that's good.
Wow.
You're so cheap.
Hey, Callie?
I don't even know what to say right now because I was interested in you, and now you're just being immature.
Well, I guess since I'm immature, it's okay for me to go ahead and say that you're being a gold-digging b****.
Wow, this deteriorated fast, didn't it?
I'm so sorry that $40 is a lot of money for you. Like, if it was, you shouldn't have offered to pay. Like, it's in such bad taste to then, like, come back later and talk about something that you paid for. It's pathetic.
But Callie, I feel like you used Ethan to take you and your friend out for a good time.
I don't think
It's
so.
what it sounds like to me.
No.
If you let him
You're
pay
not
for
listening.
everything.
I actually was interested in him
Okay.
before this call.
Did you ever offer to pay at all, or did he just go the whole time? Was Ethan like, "Oh, I'll take care of it. It's cool. I'm a cool guy. I'm Ethan. I'll just pay."
I don't know. My grandma taught me right. I don't ever pay for anything when I'm with men. Like that's
All right. Okay, but that's just the way you were raised and how you do things. You don't pay for stuff.
no, and I wouldn't expect to pay for anything if we ever went out on a first date, which will now never happen.
I mean, Callie, like David might be your friend, but it's not Ethan's friend, so he shouldn't have to
then
pay.
why is he paying for him?
Yeah,
I don't know, Ethan. Why did you pay for everything?
Because they just sat there with their hands out.
All right, at this point, I would like to see if you two crazy kids would go out on a second date or a first date, whatever. Callie, it will comfort you to know that I will pay for it. Yeah. Will you go out with Ethan again?
Hey, I have a lot more friends. You know, if you want to pay for a party, I'm all for it.
I can pay for a party with you and your friends, so is that a no? You're not interested in going out with Ethan again?
No, not at all. I'm sorry, I don't mean to joke, but it's really funny now.
That's fine.
Oh, so you don't want to go out with her, Ethan?
No, I can't. I can't afford it.
What about her friend Dave? Why is this guy getting screwed out of another date? Ethan, you want to go out with Dave again?
No, it's over. Me and David are thinking.
Adam is on the phone with us. He wants us to call a girl named Rin today for his second date update. They went out, met for coffee. He was 10 minutes late and ended up being very frustrated from a road rage incident that made him late. Feels like he just vented about the thing the whole time and was just angry and didn't even let her get a word in edgewise while they had their coffee date. Adam, you about ready to give her a call?
I'm ready, man.
All right, I was thinking about this. Most girls, when they list the traits that they like in a potential mate, they usually say something like, I like a guy who's sensitive, a guy who's caring, good job, very responsible. They usually don't list potential homicidal maniac as a good quality. So that's probably why she's not calling you back. I mean, if you went on a first date with somebody and they showed up a little late, first of all, that's one strike against you, and then proceeded to just be angry the whole time, I doubt you'd be so willing to call him back, too.
I mean, I think that's kind of the issue, and that's why I'm trying to make it work with her again, because I really do feel like I had a bad representation.
You want a do-over.
Yeah, I just want to try one more time. You know, I want to kind of show Ren the Adam that I really am.
Okay.
Okay, and you think this call is going to do it for you? You've got a level head on you right now.
Yeah, can we just get this going so I don't get pissed off about it?
Okay. All right, I'm going to call it right now, man. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Ren, please?
this is she.
Hey, Ren, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio program.
I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong number.
No, I'm pretty sure I have the right number, Ren. There's not a whole lot of Rens, and I was given your number by a guy named Adam to call you today.
What?
Yeah. Adam is a listener to our show, and he says he recently went out on a date with you, but you're not calling him back. And he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and ask why.
How do you know him?
He listens to our radio show. Adam wanted us to call you to ask if he did something wrong on your date or there's a particular reason that you don't want to see him again.
I don't even really know how to respond to this.
I know
Did
it's
he talk to you about this?
He did. He told us that you went out for coffee, and he said that he was a little late, and he actually feels bad because he thinks that he may have been a little upset from a traffic incident, and he wasn't very attentive to you on your date.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Is that a pretty accurate description?
Yeah, I would say so. I get this is what you guys do, so I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. I'm just kind of like,
No,
oh my god.
It's fine. I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us. We just want to pass along a message to Adam and give him your perspective on the first date.
Yeah, I can talk about that. My experience with Adam was very limited, and I'm not a very confrontational person.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very, very angry, and I think that the first 10 minutes of the time that we very, very first were introduced to each other, it was really just all about this driving experience he had being so frustrated with this other person.
Was he like cussing and stuff when he was explaining it to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it was so over the top that I would have need to have left. because I would have done that if it was really, really that bad. If he was.
That's what I was
out
going to
of
ask you,
control.
Ren. I was going to ask you if at any point you were scared for your life.
No, I wouldn't say that. It really wasn't like that, but it was pretty intense. Even when he finally went to go get us some coffee, which he did, finally pull himself up to be like, okay, I'm going to go get us some coffee. But
Pulls himself together.
even in that moment when he goes to order the coffee, I can hear him from all the way at the other end of the shop, and he's ordering, and he just sounds aggressive.
So was he like yelling at the barista and stuff like that? I'm picturing him just tearing up this Starbucks or wherever you're at.
No, it really wasn't like that. It wasn't like he was unkind toward the people around him necessarily. It's just the manner in which he was dealing with things. It was just like pent up. You know, when somebody's really upset about something, and even though they are doing something normal, it's in an abnormal way.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the other thing that was tough. It was manifesting in like sweat.
Oh.
He was so mad that he was sweating?
Well, I don't know if he just sweats, if that's a thing, independent of what was going on, but it seemed like it was fueled, or at least like made a lot worse by his emotional space.
Ren, it's called hyperhidrosis. It's just people who can't control their sweat glands. Okay, they sweat a ton. Maybe he has that.
How do you know this?
So you don't want to see him again because he's an angry, sweaty mess.
It's not just that he was sweating a lot and being angry. He was sweating profusely, like it's the palms of his hands. There was sweat dripping down him and then collecting like under, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this, man boobs, you know?
Oh gosh.
He sweated out his whole shirt?
Like dark, just covered in sweat.
Oh, man.
It stains, boob stains?
Yeah, that's bad. If he's pitting out a little bit, that's kind of like, whoa, man, you sweat a lot. But if he actually, his whole shirt was sweated out?
I don't think that's being...
That's what I was concerned about, because I know that when I'm upset, like, I'll sweat a little bit, and that's normal, but it was, whoa, it was so much.
I'd be curious to find out if it's an issue or if it's just his anger that makes him sweat like that. Aren't you curious to at least know?
Honestly, maybe he's a really great person that just had a really bad day, but I just don't want to deal with it.
Okay.
I really don't.
That's cool. Thank you for giving us an answer. I appreciate it. But I really need to find out about this sweat, and that's why I'm glad you're still on the phone, because Adam is also on the phone and heard everything you just said.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Hi, Ren.
Oh, my God. First of all, I'm really, really sorry. Look, this is really, I'm sorry, and then I'm also, like, annoyed to be put in this situation. But I am sorry if you heard things that I said that are unflattering.
Oh, my God. You don't need to feel bad, Ren. Pretty much everything you said is true.
Oh, no.
I mean, I can kind of explain the sweating thing, the anger stuff. The sweating thing, let's start with that.
Point one.
So, I mean, I threw a hoodie and a coat on, and it ended up not being as cold out as I anticipated. By the time I was all pissed off at this guy in front of me, I started sweating in the car because I was blasting the heat, and I was so pissed off I wasn't thinking about it. The coffee shop had the heat on. I, couldn't stop sweating, and I knew I was, and I know that my man boobs were sweating.
Yeah, and that was a crappy thing for me to say about man boobs. That was rude. I'm sorry. That was just the first.
No,
it was
I
just
don't
the easiest.
care. That's what I think I want you to hear. It's like, I'm not that angry guy. I know I was sweaty. I know I was hot as and I thought if I didn't pay attention to it, you wouldn't mention it. Like, I was so lost in that date, and, I didn't know what to do, and I went home and showered right away. I was I was looking in the mirror, and I literally was mortified by myself because I was really excited about this date, and I never tell friends about going out with anybody, but for some reason I was kind of stoked on you, and I just crashed and burned, and I kind of do that a lot in life, and I just want you to know that I really am sorry. And as far as you and I are concerned, I'd love one more shot, just one more chance to maybe sweat it out with you and
sweat it out. Hey, Ren, would you like to go out with Adam again? I will pay for a second date. We can send you guys to a spin class or something where sweat is supposed to be there. And would you maybe give him another shot to see if he's not so flustered this time? He can do a better job.
Adam, I'm this is awkward, and I just want to say I appreciate you eventually being honest. I think that what I would have preferred is if you could have communicated this to me not on a radio station, because you did contact me and you didn't really ever just come out and say.
I totally get it, Ren. I mean, as crazy as I was there, it's probably crazier that I ended up on the radio with you right now. But I tried calling and I texting you, and, you know, you never got back to me. And so, like, I felt like this was my last option of how I could get a hold of you.
Ren, will you do it? Will you go out with him one more time?
Come on,
I
Ren.
promise.
We've never had anyone be so sincere.
Will you drive, please, just so we're...
And he's funny.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah.
One more day. Nice. All right. Ren, thank you for your time. Adam, congratulations. You got your second date, man.
Thank you, guys. Ren, this is going to be great. I promise you. I'll see you soon.
Adam, 2 words before your next date, all right? Gold bond. Okay? Tara is on the phone, and she doesn't know why her coworker named Josh doesn't want to go out with her again, because according to her, her date was magical.
Oh.
They were set up by friends at their office, and then they went to happy hour. Happy hour turned into dinner. Dinner turned into a music shop where he showed her that he knows how to play the drums, and then that turned into a food truck, and then something else turned into something else, and then there was another thing turning into another thing. Anyway, they hung out for like 10 hours before they finally made out on her porch when he walked her home. And then since then, he said that he's doing great when she's talked to him at the office, but he hasn't asked her to hang out again, and she's wondering why, and she can't think of anything that could have gone wrong.
I'm invested in this because it's like if the perfect date isn't enough to warrant a call back, what is? Like, what more could he want from you?
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird, and you literally can't think of anything.
No, literally the only thing I can think is that maybe it just all happened too quickly. And the more he got in his head about it, he's like, whoa, I'm scared. Or like, this is just too much.
That would be
Yeah.
best case scenario for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
usually people can pinpoint something they think went wrong, and to you, your date was just awesome. So yeah, maybe that's it. Also, maybe it could have something to do with the fact that you're coworkers too. Like maybe he's like, oh man, I liked her, but I don't want to like date somebody that I could see every single day at
He
work.
shouldn't have gone out with her
Well,
to begin with.
He did though, and maybe that's the reason. I'm just speculating. I'm not
I
saying that is
know.
the reason. All right, I'm gonna dial his phone number right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Josh?
Yeah.
Hey man, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
The what?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
You busy?
A little bit right now. Is this important?
Well, is true love important? I don't know. I think it is. It's an important thing.
It's no pressure.
What?
Josh, I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask why. And we recently got an email about you.
About me doing what?
I got an email from somebody who went on a date with you.
Okay.
Okay, and they say they had a great time, but they also say it seems like you don't want to go out with them again, and they're wondering why.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Do you want to know who it is?
We're not saying you did anything wrong.
Yeah, man, you're
she's
okay.
she's trying to figure out what she did wrong.
Who is it?
Her name is Tara,
Okay.
and you guys work in the same office.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and Tara emailed us, and then we talked to her a little bit about your date. She said that you guys had a great time, and you were even making plans to go out again, but it seems like you don't want to go out with her again.
I didn't say that, but we had a good time, yeah.
So is she misinterpreting that? Because she said that you canceled the plans, and when she tried to say, okay, so when should we reschedule for, then she just didn't hear anything back from you.
She told you that.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's kind of weird. I would say things changed and I didn't call her back. That's all.
Okay, what changed?
I don't even know how to explain it. The thing between me and Tara is so confusing. I don't even know how to explain this to you at all.
Okay, well,
Really?
can you try?
Yeah, I can try.
First, I'll tell you what she told us, and then you can tell us your side of the story. She said you were set up through coworkers. You guys went to happy hour, and that turned into like a 10-hour event where you did all sorts of things and hung out for quite a while, and then you made out. And she's seen you around the office since and even asked like how you were doing, and you said things were great, but you kind of like canceled a date on her, and then now you're just not really seeming interested. Is that the truth?
Partly. All I know is this. We went on a date, we kissed, and she's telling everyone in the office we did a whole lot more than that.
What do you mean?
I guess she was talking to a bunch of ladies in the office and really bragging about how good I was in bed.
But you guys didn't hook up.
No.
That's weird because she didn't tell us that you hooked up. She said you guys ended the night with a really good kiss.
And that's true. We had a really good kiss.
Okay, but to the people in your office, she told them that you guys hooked up.
Yeah.
And that you were good, it sounds like.
I guess so. I wasn't there for it, but that's what's happening.
Are you sure that it's not just like a miscommunication through the gossip chain? You know, like maybe she said you had a great makeout session and then someone else added to that, and by the time it got back to you,
it's like they hooked
you guys were boning or something.
I don't know what she said, but whatever she said has gotten the whole office into a tizzy. I'm getting so much female attention, I don't know what to do with it.
Really?
Wait, what do
So
you mean?
other female attention, like other chicks in your office want to go out with you?
Yeah, more than one. In fact, I've already gone out with one of them and did some of the things she said we did with the other girl.
Whoa!
So you're getting a bunch of action from your office mates because of her lying or saying something about you guys going out.
She's like your wingman.
But we don't even know for sure that she was lying. What if this girl that you hooked up with was setting the whole thing up so she could get in your pants?
You're right. I don't know. All I can say is dozens of women are eyeing me every single day ever since whatever Tara said. It's been snowballing.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Well, aren't you curious to find out what she said?
I mean, a little bit, but in another sense, I really don't care because things are going so well for me right now.
All right, well, I'd like to know, and I think we should ask her because, Josh, Tara's on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
Tara's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
No, she isn't.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
What's up? Are you kidding me? First of all, who was doing that? What women are asking you out?
Look, Tara, I can't be in the middle of this. This is really between you and them.
So you really mean to tell me you're not going to tell me who you're, like, sleeping with in the office?
Look, the only reason any of these women are interested is because of what you said. So what did you say?
Yeah, what did you say?
What did I say? I don't know. I'm like, who knew that Josh, the shy one in the office, turns out to be this, like, Hercules, king of the world? You should be groveling at my feet, okay?
Sounds like you did a great job talking him up. Now everybody in your office wants to sleep with him. Yeah, you did a really good job.
Hold on, Tara. No girl just makes up lies about sleeping with somebody when they haven't slept with them. That's not like normal girl talk.
Honestly, I don't know why I did it. It just kind of came out. I was in the moment hyping the whole thing up. And when it got to the very end of the date, I just wanted him to sound like he was even better than he was. And I had a feeling that we were going to go out again and that it actually was going to happen the next time we went out.
So you did tell people that you guys slept together. It's not like
I think I might have maybe said that to one girl.
Tara, that is awful.
Well, it worked out for him.
Yeah, exactly. It's not awful as far as Josh is concerned.
But you guys, like, we're forgetting something here. Like, now all of a sudden I'm left in the dust. Like, it's like he's forgetting that we had such a great time together.
No, I didn't forget that at all, Tara. And I'm grateful to you.
Yeah, you're grateful to me because I'm the one that's now, like, hooking you up with all these other girls because I'm the one that, like, talks you up?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you were the one who was bragging about me, and now I'm the one benefiting from all your lies. So what do you want me to do?
Seriously, Tara, I feel like you should be grateful that he's not super pissed at you. Like, if some dude went out with you and then told all his buddies he slept with you when he really didn't, you'd be irate.
Okay, first of all, like, I told one girl, but then what I said to her got blown up in proportion probably to every other person that they told in the office.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
You can't blame her. It's your fault. You can't blame her for telling someone else. It's your fault for the lie.
Yeah, you can't get mad at Megan, and she has nothing to do with it.
Wait. Megan? Are you kidding me?
Uh-oh.
So Megan's the one that asked you out and you slept with?
Oops.
I didn't mean to bring that up or anything.
Tara, you have no right to have drama at all. You're the one that created all of this.
Leave Megan alone.
Okay, but Megan is the one that I told, and clearly it's totally messed up. That now, right after I have this confidential talk with her, she goes and like, flirts with Josh, and now she's the one going on dates and getting screwed? Like, literally.
Tara, this is really awkward. I think for me, probably you. Can we talk outside of this thing that I'm on now?
Well, not yet, Josh, because I do have to ask, would you like to go out on a second date with Tara? We'll pay for it. Megan's not invited.
No, you know what? I don't even want to hear his answer. Like, I don't even want to go on a date with him again. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Are you sure, Tara? I hear he's really good in bed.
Oh, my God.
Where'd you hear that from?
I learned my lesson, you guys think. And you know what, Josh? Remember this. You were the shy guy before I came along, okay? So you go have fun, do whatever you need to do, and at the end of the day, you know who you can thank for everything.
I would like to thank you and go out to dinner.
Oh, my God.
No.
Oh, my God. You've created a monster, Tara.
It's going to be real fun seeing you around the office now, so let's have fun with that, buddy.
I bet.
All right. Well, Tara, are you going to talk to this Megan girl?
Oh, yeah, she'll be hearing from me.
Oh, come on.
I wish I was in your office just for like a couple days now.
Come on, Tara, don't get so upset. I'm just a little busy. You're going to get your turn, too.
You know what? Dream on, asshole.
Tommy is on the phone with us, and today he wants us to call a girl named Laura. They met online, went out for dinner. The thing that he thinks went wrong during dinner is that he complimented the waitress.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he thinks her mood kind of changed about him, which is understandable. He admitted that he complimented her hair and eyes. Tommy, you didn't go into anything else, any more detail with her that you're not telling us, did you? Like, you didn't go like, hey, nice ass. You know what I mean? While she was walking away or anything?
Oh, definitely not.
Definitely
no, I
not.
wouldn't do that. I'm not an idiot.
So it's just hair and eyes. That's all you complimented on the waitress in front of your date. And that's what you think could have gone wrong.
Yeah, I don't think it could have been anything else.
I didn't ask, was the waitress uncomfortable by your compliments?
No, she smiled. She didn't seem uncomfortable at all, no.
Okay, so everything seemed normal. Well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get Laura on the phone and find out if you being attracted to the waitress is what ruined your date.
I wasn't hitting on her. It was just an innocent compliment.
All right, whatever you say, Tommy. All right, I'm going to dial the phone number right now.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Laura, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Laura, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you guys calling me from the radio?
Yes, we are.
Hey, Laura.
Hey.
Any idea why I'm calling you?
No. Should I know?
Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's basically if you go out on a date with somebody and they end up blowing them off, they email us to get you on the phone and ask why. So you recently went on a date with somebody who listens to our show.
Oh, okay.
Things just got
You
serious.
get it now. His name is Tommy, and Tommy told us a little bit about your date, but he also told us that you're not calling him back, and he was wondering if he did something wrong.
He's a really nice guy.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's always a bless her heart, but
He's a nice guy, but what, Laura?
I just can't take him seriously.
You can't take him seriously? Why is that?
The date just didn't go as well as he may have thought it did.
Laura, he told us about your date. He said that he complimented the waitress during your date, and he thinks that might have turned you off. Maybe it felt like he was actually hitting on somebody else while he was out on a date with you.
Yeah, that was part of it.
So that did bother you. Okay.
Wow.
It was kind of made me feel like maybe he was like looking to date somebody else while he was
Right.
on a date with me.
Is that what you mean by you couldn't take him seriously?
No, maybe he's just a really nervous person. Like, it started off and he like ordered wine for us, which was a nice gesture, and he was trying to order Pinot Grigio, but he like ordered it Peanut Gregario or something.
really? Oh, poor guy.
All right. I'll have the peanut noir.
Yeah. Was he trying to be funny? I mean, was that just a joke that didn't go over very well?
No, he just ordered it, and I tried to hold in my laugh.
Oh my gosh.
So he didn't know he was being funny, but he was being very funny to you.
I don't know. I don't want to be like snobby or anything, but I think he might be like outside his realm of culture or something. Like,
by going to a restaurant?
I mean, it's Pinot Grigio.
So was that it, though? I mean, the mispronunciation of Pinot Grigio and the hitting of the waitress.
Hitting on the
Hitting on. That's a good clarify.
It's a good
Normally if a guy
clarification.
beats
That's an
up a
important
waitress
one.
on a date, probably not going to get a second date. So are you saying that he's a little more like, hey, supersize that, then go out to dinner and order a bottle of wine kind of guy, and you're into a classier type of dude?
Yeah, because it just, like, our conversation was interesting. You know, he had just gotten a new job, and he was talking about that, but he said his first adult paycheck was going to go for him to get cryogenically frozen.
What?
You know?
What?
So he was telling me about that.
Everything you just said right there is really strange to me. I'm going to go ahead and pick that apart. His first adult paycheck, he said that?
Yeah.
He's an adult, right? When I talked to him, he sounded like an older guy.
Grown man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he explain that? Has he been living at home? Has he been working, I don't know, a part-time job?
I didn't get a chance to ask him because he was so excited about what he was putting it towards and went into the whole thing about technology, and he's going to put his money into this so that he can be frozen, and then one day they'll be able to put him back.
I support him on that, Laura. I actually think that's kind of an awesome idea, the cryogenic thing, but I can see how that would sound a little weird to you.
It's totally weird.
Yeah, it was just too weird for me. I didn't want to have a second date.
Okay, well, at least don't you wish that Tommy would know how to pronounce the name of the wine that he was trying to order while he was on your date? Why don't you tell him how to pronounce it, because he's actually on the phone listening?
Hey, Laura.
Oh my God.
How you doing?
I'm sorry. I didn't obviously know you were listening.
Well, I was, and as far as being cryogenically frozen, it is a proven pathway to eternal life.
Tommy, I'm with you on the cryogenic thing, man. I just want to let you know I am 100% behind you on that. That's an exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's just weird for me. I mean,
Well, science is weird to stupid people sometimes.
Oh my gosh, Tommy.
Jeez, Tommy.
You didn't even name call, dude.
No, I wasn't calling you stupid. I was just saying that that happens.
see, this is exactly it. You don't know how to talk to people. Like, you don't even realize it. Like, you just called me stupid, and you have no idea.
I didn't call you stupid. I said the idea of what you think is stupid.
What? Okay, that might be in your brain. Like, that might be what you're thinking, but that's not what you're saying. So you have to.
My brain. You're not in my brain.
What?
If you were in my brain, you would know that cryogenically freezing yourself is a viable way to live forever.
Oh my God.
I think maybe you should freeze yourself right now.
Tommy,
I might.
Why don't you just
Maybe
cut
I
it
will.
down now?
And then I'll come dance on your grave.
Wow.
Tommy, you are you just feeling a little hurt, Tommy, that she said that you weren't the brightest guy and that you were kind of weird?
I'm a little hurt.
Okay.
I'm a little hurt.
Are you attacking her and you know that you are?
I'm not knowingly attacking her, no.
It sounds like you are.
Tommy.
Wow, no, that was pretty knowing.
No, I didn't know. No, I didn't know I was hitting on the waitress. Cryogenically freezing yourself is smart, and I didn't realize that you were too dumb to get that.
Wow. You're calling me dumb? You don't even know how to say Pinot Grigio. It's not Pinot Gregario.
I do know. I know how to say it. I could say it right now if I wanted to.
Let's hear it, Tommy. How do you say the name of that wine?
Yeah.
No, I don't have to. I don't have anything to prove. I know I'm smart. I don't have anything to prove to any of you.
Wow, Tommy.
Well, I always do this at the end of the second dates. I think I know the answer on both of your part now. But Laura, would you like to go out with Tommy again? I will pay for a second date for you guys.
I'll answer for her. No.
Oh.
I know it's a no.
Wow, that's the first thing you've gotten right.
Well, Laura, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Thanks for being honest with us about why you didn't want to go out with Tommy again.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good one.
You too.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you do sound a little condescending talking to her.
No, I'm not condescending. I'm just smarter than her.
Okay. All right. Well, hit me up about the cryogenic stuff, because I'm actually really interested in that, okay?
Where to go and what to do? How to do it, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of places online that do cryogenically.
Okay, just email.
I don't actually want to
We
know.
don't
Yeah,
need
just
it.
email me. Yeah, that's fine. Keith is on the phone. He wants to call Allison. They met online, went out for some brunch. He got a little wrapped up in his emotions and actually proposed to her on their first date. And then she stormed out. He hasn't talked to her since. It's obvious why she's not talking to him because she thinks he's a weirdo who proposed on the first date. But Keith, here's my advice to you, man, before we make this phone call. If you fall off that horse, you get right back on.
Oh.
When we get her on the phone and you talk to her, propose again, Keith. Just keep proposing. She'll eventually say yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's how that works, but
I don't know, man. I think you should just go for it one more time.
Keith, what's your plan here? Apologize?
I mean, I've already apologized so many times on her voicemail and through text message, so I think she understands I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just want a chance to explain.
All right, here we go. I'm going to dial her phone number right now, okay?
Look, before you call her, if you guys can have my back on this, I need all the help I can get.
Yeah,
So,
you really do in this second date update. I'm not going to lie to you. You need all the help you can get, okay?
please.
I'm dialing her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Allison.
Yes, this is Allison.
Allison, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Who's this again? I'm sorry, I'm
This is Jubal. I host the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm not sure what that is.
Well, it's a radio show. It's pretty much the only explanation I can give you there is a little bit of talking, a lot of crappy music, and we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. I'm assuming you've never heard of that either.
Not familiar with it.
You went out on a date recently with a guy named Keith.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Keith told us about your date.
Oh, really? What do you know? Do you know that he proposed to me?
We do. Yeah, he told us all about that. He says that he feels bad, but he also wanted to get you on the phone and tell you that he liked you a lot and wanted to see you again.
Really?
Let me ask you a question, okay? How did you feel when he proposed to you on your first date?
I thought it was really weird.
I feel like that's an understatement.
Definitely.
Has that ever happened to you before?
No, definitely not.
Was it scary, creepy, a little bit of both?
It was crazy. I mean, when you picture getting proposed to when you're young, a little girl, you don't exactly picture it happening on the first date at brunch.
You don't?
No.
Weird. Okay.
So,
yeah, he told us all about your date, and he said that he feels really bad, and he's tried to apologize to you, and he just wanted to be able to talk to you again to see if you'd go out with him.
I mean, he should feel bad. What was I supposed to do?
Say yes and marry the guy?
Right.
Was there any part of you that thought well, it's romantic?
No, I was completely shocked. It was one of those things where you just pause. It took me about 3 minutes to even get a reaction, and I didn't even know what to think.
So I'm guessing that the reason you aren't calling him back for a second date is because of the wedding proposal. Was there anything else?
Does there need to be another reason?
I don't think so. That's enough of an explanation. You know, Keith did talk to us, and he doesn't sound like a weird guy. He just says he got caught up in the moment, and he was super excited because you're like the best girl he's gone out on a date with ever, and he handled it the wrong way.
That's sweet that he says that, but I mean, we were vibing, we got along, we had, a good connection at first, and I felt a spark, but when he broke into tears and started proposing, I thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
It changes things a little bit, changes your whole vibe.
Yeah.
Allison, I do need to let you know that Keith is actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Hey, Allison.
Oh my God. What do you want?
I just want a chance to explain myself. I told you I'm sorry. I know that what I did was crazy. I know it was insane. I got caught up in the moment. I'm an emotional person, and I don't have a good excuse. I just got caught up in the moment.
It's not the 1920s. I mean, you don't just meet somebody and marry them off in the afternoon.
Yeah, no, you're right. I get that. But can you honestly say you weren't feeling anything? I can't be the only one who was feeling something.
No, I was. I mean, I liked you at first, and you seemed normal, and I definitely felt a connection. But when you broke into tears and proposed, I just thought you were crazy.
Okay, that makes sense. That's totally fair. I'm not crazy. I've had some terrible experiences dating in the past, and you were so cool and normal, and I just I just felt it, and I got lost in that moment. I got caught up in it.
I feel like if that's the kind of guy you are, then who knows what other reckless decisions you'll make down the line.
Oh, no.
Dude, red flag is what she's saying.
I understand. Yeah, I get it. I understand how that could be a red flag or how I could seem crazy and unstable. I'm not like you want to call my friends, and I have people who will vouch for me. Just
You want to supply references to Allison?
I will. I think this is important. I don't want to lose this potential relationship just because I messed up on the first date.
I mean, it's a shame because I liked him too. I'm just not looking to get married tomorrow. I'd like to date someone for a little while before we talk about marriage.
So you did like him, though, before?
Yeah, I did.
Well, then why don't you give it one more shot and go out on another date? Would you like to go out on a second date with Keith? We will pay for it.
Allison, before you answer, I need you to know I did watch a couple rom-coms on Netflix the week before we went out, so I was in an emotional place already.
Blame it on the rom-coms. I love it.
It's like Katherine Heigl just gets to his heart, man.
Allison, will you go out with Keith again?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. This whole thing is just so weird.
You cannot blame her, you guys.
Allison, the only thing I'm proposing right now is a second date. I just want to do this the right way and forget about the first date and just move forward. That's all I'm asking.
Allison, can you forget about the wedding proposal on your first date and go out with Keith one more time? I know that's a lot to ask, but do you think you can do it?
It is. If you guys think it's a good idea.
I do. I think it's a great idea. At least see one more time how he handles himself. I mean, he's not totally crazy.
See, right there. You said he's totally crazy. I'm going to change my mind again. I'm going to go back.
I said he's not totally crazy.
Yeah, but
he just got a little worked up, you know?
You're saying partially crazy, though.
Everybody's partially crazy. And you can't find somebody that's fully sane.
Yeah, no, I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
No? Oh, man. All right.
What happened? We were there, and then
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. What did we learn? What have we learned, though? Okay, this is all about learning. What did we learn from today's second date update?
that love isn't real.
No.
That's so sad.
We've learned that, but we've also learned no rom-coms before your next date, okay?
Arrgh. Welcome back to ye second date update, where Pirate Paul is on the phone. Will he be getting a date or walking the plank?
Arg.
All right, got it out of my system.
You know that everyone in the car right now just did the same arg.
I know, they did.
It's so hard not to.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and Paul is on the phone. The reason for the pirate theme is because Paul thinks that his pirate impersonation killed his chances at a second date. He went out with a girl named Vicky, who he met on Bumble. They were hanging out, and then they got on the subject of pirates, and then he started talking like a pirate, and then, to use his words, got stuck in pirate mode and couldn't stop, and went on for like 10 minutes, and he feels like that joke just went way too far, and she might think he's kind of a weirdo. You ready to go, Paul? Ready to call her?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
And you're sure you can stay away from Pirate Paul, right?
I'm trying to stay out of the pirate voice.
Okay.
Just don't call her a wench, okay?
Yeah.
Well, if I enter pirate mode, who knows what will happen?
Yeah. You're not in control at that point. All right. I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Can I speak to Vicky, please?
This is Vicky.
Hey, Vicky. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Why are you calling me?
I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about some stuff.
Hey, Vicky.
How did you get my number?
Oh, you know, from someone.
Okay, what is going on?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
I know it's a radio show, but why are you calling me?
You recently went out with a dude who liked you a lot, and now you're not calling him back. So he sent us an email asking if we could get you on the phone to figure out what happened. His name's Paul.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you remember Paul?
I remember Paul.
Yeah.
He told us about your date and how he kept talking in pirate. He thinks that might have turned you off.
Yeah.
It was really weird. He was really normal at first, and then, like, I don't even remember how we got into the conversation about pirates, but we started talking about pirates, and then he wouldn't stop talking in a pirate voice, and it went on for, like, what seemed like forever. He wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
He did tell us that, and he knows that he kind of screwed up by doing that.
Yeah, I mean, he kept making these